What can you teach us about raising the stakes?
Ooh. I think the biggest thing to think about when raising the stakes is how is it then going to affect the rest of the story? So sometimes the stakes will be raised just because the stakes need to be raised, right? So there just be this extra thing that's just thrown in there so people can go, oh, right? But again, if it's not attached to anything, if it's not going to make our character have to make a real decision that's going to affect them and then affect the rest of the story, sometimes when those stakes are raised, that's when that redirection happens in the film, where we thought that this was the goal they were going after, but then the stakes get raised and now they are going in a different direction. So again, everything is cause and effect. So even the thing that causes the stakes to raise has to be obvious for your audience to understand what's happening, right? And then the fact that the stakes are being raised, like for example, let's just make something simple. Let's say it's a singing contest and the prize is $1,000. And I'm a person who is trying to go to college and I really need this $1,000 because it's gonna pay for my dorm, right? So the stakes are, if I don't get the $1,000, I don't have a dorm, right? You can raise the stakes by saying, my mother is also sick at home and I just went to the doctor's office and they said they can't start her treatment unless I can give a deposit of $1,000. So sure, you cared when she wasn't gonna have a dorm room, but you know she already has a house and she lives with her mother, so she doesn't have a dorm room.
Right.
But now to know, but her mother needs treatment, and that extra thing that she might find out along the way, now the dorm room doesn't matter at all. The stakes are raised. We want her to win this singing competition. If there were no dorm room and there were no mother, we still might want her to win the singing competition, but if she didn't, okay, I mean, maybe it was a nice movie, you know, like, yay, she sang a song and she got her $1,000. Woo, we all at home know $1,000 is not a lot of money, right? But simply by giving it a stake in the first place, well, I really want to be able to move in the dorm, but my mother can't afford the dorm. So if I get this $1,000, I can move into the dorm and start my independent life. Now we're like, okay, we can get with that. That's relatable. We understand that. Cool. But then along the way, mom gets sick. She goes to the doctor. That bill is $1,000. Let's say it's $750. Let's say it's $1,000. Let's say it's $1,100. You know, it's probably not going to be right on the nose, you know, whatever it is. But whatever it is, we now know that if she wins that money, she can help her mom. So the stakes have been raised because it helps us to get that much more invested so that she wins, so that we root for her. The stakes are about us being able to root for that character. So if that's going to help us root for the character more, then let's go there. But if it really doesn't change it, like let's say it's $1,000 for the dorm, and then suddenly now you could win $1,100. It's like, who cares if there's another $100 that you can get? Like, how does that really raise the stakes or change the story? Like, sure, it changes the money. And if we think the money are the stakes, then now we're thinking, I've made a difference. It's now $1,100. I really got to get it now. No, not very much. But just by figuring out something that's going to affect that character and using that to raise the stakes is going to be going to make that much more of a difference.